A silent exodus is unfolding, a relentless departure of Iran's brightest minds, slipping away like sand through fingers. Engineers, doctors, scientists, and artists are vanishing from a nation steeped in ancient brilliance, drawn elsewhere by hope and opportunity. Beneath the surface lies a deeper tale of ambition, clashing with hardship, resilience tested by turmoil. Iran's brain drain is not a new issue. It has been a growing concern for decades. However, the scale and intensity of this phenomenon have increased dramatically in recent years. To understand the depth of the issue, one must first examine the economic factors at play. Iran has faced chronic economic instability, exacerbated by a combination of international sanctions, domestic mismanagement, and pervasive corruption. Since the Islamic Revolution in 1979, the nation has grappled with periods of extreme financial hardship. However, the situation took a significant turn for the worse in 2018 when the United States unilaterally withdrew from the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, JCPOA, commonly known as the Iran nuclear deal. This withdrawal was accompanied by the reimposition of severe economic sanctions, targeting key sectors of Iran's economy such as oil exports, banking, and shipping. These sanctions devastated Iran's economy, cutting it off from global markets and significantly reducing government revenues. Oil, the country's primary export and economic lifeline, faced unprecedented restrictions. The Iranian rial, the national currency, plummeted in value, leading to rampant inflation and a steep rise in the cost of living. Jobs became increasingly scarce, with unemployment rates climbing and economic growth stagnating. For many highly educated Iranians, such conditions painted a bleak picture of their future. After years of investing in their education, many found themselves unable to secure stable, well-paying jobs or even meet basic expenses. The decision to leave, while painful, often became a financial necessity. For engineers, doctors, scientists, and IT professionals, the global demand for their skills offered a stark contrast to the limited opportunities within Iran. However, economic hardship alone does not tell the full story of Iran's brain drain. The country's political environment has played an equally significant role in driving its most talented citizens away. Iran has long been marked by strict government controls on individual freedoms, widespread censorship, and a lack of opportunities for dissent or reform. These limitations have created an environment where innovation, creativity, and intellectual exploration are often stifled. For many educated Iranians, especially the younger generation, the inability to freely express ideas, challenge authority, or pursue personal ambitions is a significant push factor. Take academic freedom, for example. Iranian universities are under heavy government oversight, with strict restrictions on what can be taught or researched. Professors and students alike are frequently targeted if their work or activism is seen as critical of the government or its policies. This lack of intellectual freedom has driven many Iranian academics to seek opportunities abroad, where they can work without fear of censorship or persecution. Countries like the United States, Canada, Germany, and Australia have become magnets for Iranian scholars, offering them both the resources and the freedom to pursue groundbreaking research. The departure of these scholars represents not only a personal loss for Iran, but also a national tragedy, as their absence diminishes the country's capacity for innovation and progress. The impact of this exodus extends far beyond individual careers. Entire industries, particularly healthcare and technology, are left struggling to fill critical gaps. Iranian hospitals face shortages of skilled specialists, forcing patients to seek expensive or inadequate alternatives. Similarly, innovation in tech and engineering is stifled, with startups faltering without the expertise needed to scale. This void, created by the loss of talent, ripples across society, compounding the country's economic and developmental challenges. In addition to academic restrictions, systemic corruption and nepotism further erode opportunities for talented Iranians. In Iran, access to high-paying jobs and career advancement often depends on personal connections rather than merit. This culture of favoritism discourages those who have worked hard to gain qualifications, only to see individuals with less skill or experience occupy coveted positions because of their ties to the regime or other powerful networks. For young professionals, this realization can be disheartening. Why stay in a system where hard work and talent go unrewarded when opportunities in other countries offer a meritocratic path to success? Another significant factor in Iran's brain drain is the tension between its conservative values and the aspirations of its modern, globally connected youth. Iranian society is deeply divided along generational and cultural lines. While the government enforces conservative Islamic laws and traditions, many young Iranians are increasingly drawn to global trends, embracing modern lifestyles, technology, and progressive ideas. Social media and the internet have provided these young people with a window into the wider world, showing them the freedoms and opportunities available elsewhere. For many, the prospect of living in a country where they can freely express themselves, dress how they choose, or pursue careers without gender-based restrictions is too appealing to ignore. This cultural tension is particularly pronounced among Iranian women, who make up a significant portion of the country's educated population. Despite their high levels of education and ambition, women in Iran face systemic barriers to full participation in society. From restrictive dress codes to limitations on career advancement, Iranian women encounter obstacles that make it difficult to achieve their goals. For many, the only solution is to leave. By emigrating, they hope to find societies where their talents are recognized and their aspirations are not limited by gender. The emotional toll of this migration is immense. For those who leave, the decision often means severing deep ties to family, friends, and culture. The Iranian diaspora, though vibrant and supportive, cannot fully replace the sense of belonging that comes from living in one's homeland. For those who remain, the brain drain creates a growing sense of isolation and despair. Parents watch their children leave for foreign shores, knowing they may never return. Communities lose their brightest minds, weakening their capacity to innovate and grow. Over time, the departure of so many skilled professionals creates a vicious cycle, further eroding Iran's economic and institutional strength and making it even less appealing for those who might otherwise have stayed. The scale of Iran's brain drain is staggering. According to some estimates, the country loses over 150,000 highly educated individuals each year. This includes not only academics and scientists, but also doctors, engineers, and artists, people whose skills are essential for nation building. The financial cost of this exodus is enormous. Each educated individual represents an investment by the state in terms of subsidized education and training. When these individuals leave, Iran loses not only its talent, but also the economic returns on that investment. In essence, the country is subsidizing the development of other nations at the expense of its own growth. Globally, the Iranian brain drain has created a thriving diaspora that contributes significantly to host countries. The United States, for example, is home to a vibrant Iranian community, particularly in Silicon Valley, where Iranian entrepreneurs have founded successful tech companies. Canada has also become a popular destination, attracting young Iranians seeking education and permanent residency. Europe, too, has seen an influx of Iranian talent, particularly in academic, medical, and scientific fields. If you found this deep dive into Iran's brain drain compelling, don't forget to like this video, share it with others, and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth explorations of global issues. What do you think? Can Iran reverse its brain drain, or is the trend inevitable? Let us know in the comments below.